Well, I have not been on YouTube for a long time. I've been busy. But it was for a good cause. It was for yugioh. Anyway, if you don't know what that is, it's alright. Today we'll be talking about, though I haven't done books review for a while, and I was like, you know what? I think it's about time to talk about books that will shatter the myth of understanding about human being and human being potential. I think that too often time, I think that I'm gonna make a couple of couple of content today because it needs to be talked. Because I think that too many people. What the fucking fuck? Okay, that's yeah. So I it cut out. Anyway, yeah, I curse now, but that's not the bad. The bad thing is I need to stop cursing. But okay, because it was cutting out. Anyway, so this book talked about social, right? The reason why we have, when it kind of, I didn't read this for a long time because in this world, I know that people hate the word, like people who are extroverted hate the word introverted. They don't like that. So if you're an extroverted, because Ty Lopez doesn't, he can't connect with introverted, right? So there's gripe. I have a gripe, right? Here's the thing: if you're an extroverted, you should not force an introvert to be extroverted unless they want to, because we live in a world that force people to be something they're not, right? And you gotta let people be themselves. And I've foreseen that people are amazing when they release their who they are as a person, and then the reason why is because I've seen it. I talk to a lot of people. I survey. I ask a lot of questions because so many. You gotta ask. Here's the thing about introverted. Introverted are very uncomfortable of talking to other people. I talked to my friend a couple months ago, and he's very uncomfortable of talking to people when he's surrounded by a lot of people. And that's a true introvert. I'm like that too, right? I don't like to be in a place that's crowded by people unless you have to develop a skill set where for you introverted, I'm introverted too. I like to be by myself. But here's the thing that people get wrong. It does not necessarily mean that you don't like talking or socializing. Introverted can talk a lot. Actually, you can make people talk a lot if you understand human beings and human behavior, if you understand this subtleties, subconscious mind of the people. And so oftentimes, see, here's the thing. I noticed something strange that why we like to talk about ourselves. This is about human being, right? The reason why most people like to talk about themselves is it's all started in when you're a baby, infancy. Because I noticed when I talked to my niece, right, and I asked her a couple of questions about, how was her day in school and stuff like that, and all she did was talk about herself. And so as we grow older, I forgot when I was in high school or boarding school, I never talk about other people, like about themselves, meaning that you should let other people talk about themselves, right? And because if you let them talk about themselves, they enjoy you more and find their interest. Let themselves shine. I noticed that a little bit. If you're great with people, you notice that. But here's the thing: if you're introverted, you should try to be uncomfortable and get out of your comfort zone and try to talk to people. Because I want to survey at least 100, if not 200 people or maybe more. Because I ask people now, I ask them, do you believe in good in people? I ask that a lot. And then they say, yeah. And I say, why do you say that? Why is that? And then he's like, they say, why not? But they say, you have good in you. You just say hello to me. See, people don't do that. People don't say hello to them. People don't help people out. And I noticed that. And that's what you have. But also the reason I usually ask the older folks, like really about 60 or 50 or 60, because they live here a long time, more than us. And they have to deal with crap, a ton, like hardship, more than anyone. And they understand the cruelty of human beings, right? And so you have to dig deep of what make people. There's so many things that I have talked to people with. It took me hours to understand. There's one guy. He said fear make people do stupid things. There's one guy. I forget. What was it? He used to be bad, but for him, God is love, right? I don't believe in sin. Too many people think sin is bad. I don't believe in sin. I don't believe in heaven or hell, right? But it's whatever. And then I was talking to an Indian guy, and he was Christian, but he says very interesting what I believe in, and said, but I didn't tell him that I study every other religion. But he said this, that all religions all say the same thing, but in different ways. So many people don't even understand that. You know, uh, I talked to my mom yesterday, right? My mom think, see, my uncle, my mom think just because they were born in a religion of Buddhism, right? But they think that Buddha is good. Every religion is good, right? I know people get tangent on what this my religion's better than yours. No, it's the same. If you actually read Hinduism books, if you talk to other people, it's gonna come from different angle, but it's still coming from a core essence. And then I found out something interesting that people will be kind to you if you're kind to them. Because a lot of people are rude, right? Some people are nice, some people are rude. I like to be fun. I like to be dynamic. I don't. I realize when you're born in America, it's very different if you're born in other country. It's very, very different. I noticed that because if Asian was born in other Asia, they it's very different. But here it's different, right? Because I saw a lot of things. But since the other guy, he told me that I was smart because I was the firstborn and I'm creative. What I was like, he said usually the firstborn speak a lot of because he was in the military and he was talking about creative, right? If you speak more than other language, you're smart, right? You're creative, right? Usually that's what the books say. And also the reason why we have big brains, so we are social creature, right? Do you ever feel like you feel like people reject you or your friend reject you or you've been ostracized? It's because you need people need to be connected with other human beings, right? Where like we were born like that. We were born literally connected for with your mother and whatever. But the thing is, people don't understand. You gotta let people be introverted. I don't like it when people force me to be extroverted. I can be, but you gotta let me. See, for me, I'm introverted and extroverted. I'm loud, but I'm quiet if I wanted to be. The reason being is when I was a kid, I was shy, right? And shy, I couldn't speak, I couldn't communicate to people. But when I start acting out, I gotta create another video on this because I think that the reason why I act out is I wanted the attention. It feels good to have attention on you. It feels bad when people make fun of you, right? I know how that feels, and then and also sometimes you want to protect people who make fun of other people, right? Because you know how it feels, right? And so that's why. But in this chapter, it talked about broken hearts and broken legs. 39, right? Where is it? Why are our brains built in such a way that broken heart can feel as painful as broken leg? One reason why being rejected hurts so much is that the larger brain was easier way for evolution to make us smarter. Having a larger brain relative to one body size is instrumental to species being smarter than other species. Yeah, human beings are very smart. The one thing that I hate My uncle always bash on my cousin, saying that his daughter is smarter than his son, but that's so untrue, right? Some people have many different intelligences, which make me think that I got to talk about that in another video, because I think that too often time people think that grades matter. Grades, people think that intelligence is based upon grades. Shit, if people people don't use freaking grades anymore, people don't talk about the important issues that need to be talked about. So for introverted, okay, let's talk about solitude, right? There's a If you feel isolated, right? Because I do feel isolated sometimes, or most of the time. If I'm always, I think that most entrepreneurs feel isolated. So you need, not once in a while, a lot of times, to be free and go, not go out, but to be able to socialize, to be connect with, not with nature, but with people. Because here's the thing, you got to understand that it feel good to make other people happy. It feel good to make people smile. I'm telling you, if you make people smile and happy, it's people will make you happy in return. I saw that, and I was like, wow, it's like a domino effect. If you just enter a building, you can affect a whole building. I I wanted my see. Here's the thing. I like to act crazy if I wanted to. I like to yell. I like to scream, because I think my friend forgot. Because today I was talking to my friend forgot how he was, and so oftentimes when we become an adult, we stop being who we are. We got conditioned. We got all this crap into us, and we stop having fun. We become serious. Heck no, man. If you become serious at your job, you become serious, you start to die. People die. I saw it. People die. And that's a sad thing, man. That's a sad thing place to be. And that's it. Social, and why social is good for you. Um, if you, the only thing is I would have to say is, to understand human being, you have to see their behavior, the subconscious, and talk about what they're interested in. Some, I know that people don't like rejections. It's fine. I mean, I don't like either. So just, just when it comes to a human being, it's very interesting when you talk to because everybody is unique, right? And what was it? I read, what was it? I was reading John Cahill book. If you're not into law of attraction, that's okay. But it said that everybody is a star, right? I meant the book mean that everybody you meet is a star inside of them, that they're unique and special because there's only one. But people don't understand that. People don't feel that. People don't feel worthy. Yeah. What was it? 2 days ago, there was a lady, and I was talking to her for a long time, and she was talking. I was talking about how there was, all these mass shootings and where they come from and stuff like that. And then she told me this. She said, "You're important." And I was like, wow, I haven't heard that for a long time. Like, because here's the thing, let's say you know that you're important, right? But you get conditioned, or you get stuff coming at you, negative all the time at you, and you forgot your worth. You forgot that you're special, right? Because people put crap on you that you don't want, and people think it's good, but it's bad. There's a difference between criticism and constructive criticism. If you have too much criticism, that's bad. People think that's good. No, that's bad. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. I'm probably recording like tons of videos today, or maybe tomorrow. I don't know yet. Search! I want to search for the blue eyes white dragon. If you know what that is, it's okay. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.